This woman, I guess she runs an Airbnb in her home, and some brothers were renovating it. All right. Now I'm trying to figure out, did she show up, or, is she living there too? Because she's very comfortable around those guys. So maybe she's used to renovating it. Maybe her husband was downstairs, but from the banter, it's only an 11-second clip. It has over 100,000 views. She seemed like she's there by herself, and that's her house. So we're gonna take a soundbite of this woman disrespecting these brothers.
No, it does on the Airbnb description. It says 4 and a couch. So that's 5. You have it on your Airbnb description.
Which monkey's gonna stay on the couch?
Which monkey's gonna stay on the couch?
Did y'all hear the disrespect? Did you hear the disrespect? Now, look how she's there. Look how she's dressed. She looked like she just hopped out of bed and went there to go irritate those guys. Okay. See, this is why when I've been asked about using Airbnb. I thought about it, but then I said no. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of hotels, I'd rather stay in a actual place instead of a hotel at times. But I've heard horror stories about Airbnb. Okay, I've heard them from a video I did a couple years ago. There was this brother who was trying to rent Airbnbs, but they were rejecting him, and he felt like it was due to his race. Now, what people gotta understand is Airbnb, these people are renting their houses out, literally, and they're doing it because they need the money. Okay, and this must be what she was doing. Now, I tweeted him and asked him to send me some more information. Now, if there's some more information, I may do a secondary video, but I don't know much right now. All right, so I'm gonna go to the tweets, because this brother, shout out to Darren Brown, he sent me this. He tagged a couple people. That's me right there. First comment says, drop her Airbnb info so we can give bad reviews on her page and let people know not to stay there. This is sad. And this is me, because he mentioned me here, and I was like, bro, you got any more info? Another comment from another sister said, this is disgusting. At Airbnb, sort this out as soon as possible, please. If you want to drop her info. I'm sure your social media team sees this and they're contacting this client, correct? Okay, that's where's her at. When she said, yeah, I shed a tear. Airbnb is some ass anyway. I never had to use Airbnb because we always stayed in hotels, but this is crazy. And it's gonna stay that way. I might be educated and all that, but I'm not, LOL, gonna have the patience to deal with a racist. Clearly, you can tell by the woman's body language, she meant to disrespect those guys. Those brothers paid their money to be there. He told them ahead of time from the video that he let them know that he was going to have these guys with him. But this woman wants to be an idiot. This Asian woman, okay, let me tell you, Miss Asian woman, this ain't good for the look of your people, because, people want to say that only, bigotry and racism is only attributed to white people. No, there's different cultures. This Asian woman is no different than the women, than the dudes, the Asian dudes that are in these black communities fighting black people, kicking them out of their stores, disrespecting them, mistreating them. She's no different. That's her mindset. And then she's calling them monkeys. Like, what if somebody called you slant eyes? I mean, how would you feel about that? And again, I'm not disrespecting Asians. I'm just saying, how would you like if somebody disrespected you? Like the dude, what is his name? The Asian rapper from New York, the China Mac guy. This guy was so angry because of a line in a song by Lil Pump, right? And he kept going at Lil Pump until Lil Pump apologized, right? He was defending his culture, but this woman is in a room full of black men and she disrespected them, which lets me know that she's used to disrespecting black men. So you have to be very aware of the type of people you're dealing with. This is why I don't think I would ever deal with an Airbnb. I mean, I thought about it, but then I said to myself, I don't want to have to go through no situation like this because I don't have the patience. If I put my money into something and I have to deal with this disrespect, ain't no telling what I'm going to say to this person, because I'm going to aim to hurt feelings. You know, I'm not going to be nice. Okay. Especially if I put my money in something, you're not going to disrespect me. Okay, let's see. See the way my reflex is set up, I would have pushed her down damn steps. So a lot of women comment on this post. A lot of black women. When are people going to realize that they're actually speaking to human beings and not animals? Y'all got to understand something. This happens in the black community every day. This kind of stuff happens in the black community. You have foreigners who disrespect black people all the time, but you will still have black people caping for those foreigners. I stayed at an Airbnb once, and the people actually lived there, so they were there at the same time as us and just stayed in their room. They were gone when we woke up. And you rented the entire place and they were there. Well, they said in the description that the master bedroom was off limits and my friend was the one doing everything. We had already paid and everything when she said she thinks they live there. You see, if I was to rent an Airbnb, right, I'm not going to give no money to nobody unless you're not there, you know. And I will tell them, listen, if anybody's in this house while I'm here, I don't care if it's for a day or for an hour, I want my money back. I'm not staying here because you're breaching what we had already discussed. And who wants to stay in an Airbnb with people you don't know? I don't care if it's your house or not. You're a part of the Airbnb. So you need to be gone while I'm there. And as long as I take care of your property, there shouldn't be no problems. Let's see. Happened to me in DC. The guy that we got the Airbnb from stayed downstairs and we stayed upstairs. It was weird. He has it hot, and every time we turned the air on, he had a problem. He ended up charging us when we left for extra stuff. He felt like we messed up. She needs to be taken off Airbnb. There's a similar Airbnb type business owned and operated by people of color for people of color. Just saying. Well, you know what, bro? Unfortunately, those businesses are not going to be patronized. One, because maybe they're not promoting it very well. And two, black people, for the most part, would rather support the actual Airbnb because it's an actual established company. And they would rather go that with something that, you know, may not be as established, you know? What is the name of the company? And I think it's the other Airbnb, something like that. I don't think he knows either. But who cares if you're not going to drop details? I'm tired of videos all the time. Everyone omits the damn information. If you feel like she shouldn't be harassed or anything for her remarks, you may as well not put the video up and not even. Well, I will say this though. If I was to put a video up of somebody being disrespectful to me, just me, knowing how petty I can be, because I can be very petty too, I'm going to put your Facebook, I'm going to put your Twitter and your Instagram. So I can give you full credit for you being a part of that video. I just cannot put up material and not give people their credit. You know, I'm going to give you your credit. We had a crazy ass host on Airbnb as well, and they did nothing about it. She had an arrest record for armed robbery, and we found out after we stayed in the shared environment, and they still didn't accommodate us and refused a refund. It's never okay to resort to using racial slurs when you're frustrated. Airbnb, do something. Thanks. Didn't necessarily think she meant monkey in a racial way, just a poor word choice to describe them as wild and obnoxious. Well, they didn't seem wild and obnoxious to me. I just think that you can listen. You can tell by the video. Her body language was of irritation. She was irritated. She was angry, and she wanted to. And even when, you know, she said it out of her mouth, she didn't reiterate it like, I didn't mean like that. Now, I don't know why the video was only 11 seconds. I don't know why it was just, I don't know if, you know, his battery ran, his phone, you know, battery ran out. I'm not sure, but, you know, I'd hope the video had been longer so we can get better context of the situation. But all I know is this female was dressed like she was about to get into bed, but she decided to go and, for some reason, get into those brothers' business about who's sleeping where. You know? Audacity, she looks like Frieza. It's completely unacceptable. Unacceptable and shameful, disrespectful on every level. I lost her mind. That's when you just go back to bed. And you know what? I don't think this was necessarily about just race. I think it had a lot to do with the fact that she just don't respect those guys. And what black men got to understand is there are people out there, despite your accomplishments, they're just not going to respect you. You know, they look at the culture. That's why I speak on culture. Y'all get so upset and angry with me because I make videos on the culture. Oh, that's what these people see. They see the culture and they judge you off of that. And that's how foreigners do. You know? That's when you just go back to bed and you get your money back, because if I heard that hand and feet, what the fuck, not cool, drop the Airbnb info. Wow, that's not right. Oh my God, that's disgusting. And what's funny is that she knew they was recording and didn't care. It's almost like she was there to, you know, just be all up in their business. Like, did she think they were bringing women back to the Airbnb? Like, she, you know, you can just tell she was there to cause some drama. You know what I'm saying? Don't blame Airbnb for their remark. So there's her. Wow, I was ready to fight while watching this. This is the shit I'm talking about. I just want to know if Airbnb made an official statement. No, they probably, because it just happened, so they're just looking at the situation for what it is. Lovely, that was taking care of payroll. Share the address instead. We're not far from the east side. Oh, let's see. Let me make this bigger. Contact and behalf of, and they said so they're moving the host from the platform, not supporting. Okay, and his friends getting a new place. Okay, so this is a statement. This is a statement from them. We have a strict no discrimination policy, which we're enforcing to remove hosts from our platform. We are supporting Mr. Cicero and his friends in getting them a new place to stay through our open door policy. We're thankful for them for bringing this to our attention. It's good news. Yeah, so it looks like they've done something about it. Okay, hold on.
Just encountered a racist Airbnb host. We entered the Airbnb this evening, all coming in from different parts of the country to have a good time in New York City. And our Airbnb host treated us very disrespectfully. She complained unnecessarily about our noise. She racially profiled us, called us criminals. She used racial slurs such as monkeys to describe us. Complained and felt.
I'll just leave a link to this post in the description. Y'all can go and check it out. But I want people to understand that, you know, discrimination is going to happen. That's why it's important. And I'm going to stress this to black people, my black people. It is important to make sure that you go through every avenue to support yourself and to support each other, to be able to do your own startups, to where you can be in situations where you avoid this. Because unfortunately, when you're around different groups of people who have their own ideas of you, these things may occur. And I'm glad that everything has worked itself out. Those guys did not deserve to go through that, you know. So y'all let me know in the comment section below, and let me know your thoughts.